As days count down to the anticipated Bamasaba Cultural Circumcision Festival at the Mutoto Center, Good Morning Uganda team traveled 199 kilometers from Kampala to Mbale in eastern Uganda to trace the origin and preparation for this ceremony. Culture is the backbone of any belonging in society. It brings pride, identity, and dignity that is passed on to generations. Among the Bamasaba natives of eastern Uganda, Imbalu circumcision is one of the most outstanding cultural norms that are cherished. They have lived with this practice for hundreds of years, believed to be introduced by a Kalenjin woman by the name Nabalwa from Kenya.
Nabalwa once met a Mugisu man who had followed his car, which had got lost from him, to cross over the mountains of Mount Masaba into Kenya, and he followed it up. So in search of his car, he met a group of girls and other people, of course, there, where his car was identified, and he was told to identify his car. He did it, he identified it, and moreover, the car was looked equally the same. So it depended on one's intelligence to sort out his real car. To their surprise, he picked out his real car, and this attracted the admiration from the girls around. One of the girls who were there who admired him was Nabarwa, very beautiful Kalenjin girl. So this Mugisu man beckoned on the girl and moved from all along from Kenya to this place where I am. And now when they reached here, incidentally, the Mugisu man was not circumcised, and yet the lady was circumcised. And the lady gave a condition that not until the man accepted to be circumcised, he could not enjoy anything from her. She even threatened to go back, upon which the man accepted, and the woman circumcised him. But he said, should you show any sign of cowardice, one, you will not enjoy any part of my body. Two, I'll even go back to where I came from. And that was the first circumcision on Masaba land, and we honor that activity, reflecting on what the first Mugisu began with, in the names of Fuya, the son of Muhammad, who lived in this place, this cultural site called Mutoto.
It is from this site that the Imbalu circumcision is going to be conducted, where the Council of Elders occasionally meet to identify boys who are going to be cut. Now, these boys must hail from all the 26 clans that make up the Bamasaba Cultural Institution, stretching from Kenya.
Now we have a Council of Elders. This Council of Elders sit, and then after conducting the oracle, we sit and then we say, this year we are going to circumcise boys, but how many boys are we going to circumcise? And how many of those ones are ready to take on the mantle for this painful ordeal?
According to cultural norms, it takes a period of not less than a year to actually identify ideal candidates who are to undergo Imbalu.
We know that such and such a boy will get circumcised in this year because we go by their ages. We know that this one is 16. If he's 15, then he qualifies for next year. And then the one who is 13, we know that a boy of 13 years of age, after 4 years, he will be in a position to circumcise. So our candidates are always prepared. We don't just ambush them. The parents also know. And even the boys grow knowing that. For me, as a custodian for culture, I know how many candidates we are going to circumcise this year in the whole of Masaba land, including Kenya.
While circumcising candidates, proper hygiene and safety measures must be thoroughly observed to avoid hazards that include bad surgeries and transmission of diseases.
Those surgeons who have never gone to school are taken up by special powers, and the quickest they can do is in a flash of your camera. The other thing we have to do is that we make sure that these people have other measures, including sterilizing and one knife, one boy. Those are other, what you can call hazards. One knife, one boy, proper sterilization, but also giving them this general hygiene.
You must be clean as a man. Two, the way we circumcise is not the way they do it in the hospital. Ours, during the exercise, they remove 3 layers from your manhood. 3 layers. In that shortest period of time, they have tempered with your manhood, removing 3 layers. The first layer, the thick one, the obvious one, it is not so painful. But there is the second one, which is very light, like soap fume. And then the last one, which is more painful than any other thing on earth. Now, after that, you nurse the wound for a month. And at the end of it all, you remain with a scar, a very big scar, permanent scar. Okay? Now, because of the method you use it, somehow there are chances. We cannot say that we cannot get HIV/AIDS. There are the chances that because you look very healthy and because of that scar all over the manhood, probably. But that is science.
Gender inclusion is highly emphasized during this cultural circumcision. Besides the traditional music and dances exhibited, the presence of girls accompanying the candidates does signify networking and togetherness.
90% of the exciting Kadodi dance is about the girls. The way the girls dance. Traditionally, if I am a brother to my 6 sisters, they are my escorts. You understand? So it's something people wait for. And I see my sister's friends will come, and then my friend's sister, it's a fun fair. And you see all girls will dance. The mothers are there to prepare food. The elders are there to guide, to give counseling to the boy who is going to be the next community leader. So it is all about one person who is a candidate to be circumcised, but with a lot of networking. If my son is getting circumcised, my sister will prepare a special meal for my son with a group of 1,000 people to go and feast there. The network, the bond is too big.
That exercise prepares somebody to go through an ordeal. And when you are preparing somebody to go through such an ordeal, people must be around him to entice and then give him that brevity, that at least his mind is not only set on the painful aspect of it.
The Mutoto cultural site is significant to the people of Masabaland. This place is used in the promotion of the Imbalu and other cultural values of these natives. Currently, the center is under construction in preparation for the forthcoming male circumcision come 11th of August.
This is a cultural village which represents the whole Masabaland. Masabaland is made up of 26 clans who make up the culture council, which decides on what should be done in Masabaland. Right here you will see the first hut. The first hut which is here is the Omukukazi hut, surrounded by the greater sons, the 3 sons of Masaba. That's Mwambu, the first son, who produces Silonko, Bulambuli. We have Mubuya, the second son of Masaba, who produces Manafa, Bududa, Bungoma, Kenya. And we have the third son of Masaba, who produces where we have the sitting room of Masaba. All issues concerning Masaba are discussed within our sitting room, where we have the last son of Masaba, who is Onale. And that is right there is the building. That hut you are seeing the other side. And the surrounding part are the 26 clans. Every hut represents a clan, which these ones are great-grandsons to Umukuka of Masaba. And we have the Kenya chapter, which makes part of our kingdom. The reason why we have made it this time to be a permanent place, we want to develop the cultural site so that the history and the heritage of Masaba is not taken off. This is why we are developing this cultural site. We shall have the 31 huts going across here, and we shall have the 3 major huts and the main hut for the king.
Now, as we count down the days to the inauguration of the Bamasaba cultural circumcision ceremony to be held on the 11th of August, His Excellency President Yoweri Museveni is expected to preside over the function.
yayo kuri nabyo bimara kunasabazika afumadiwa kunakula